Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to It's Giving Review with your host Tina
and Johna, and we're here to give you the latest scoop on all things entertainment. From the latest TV shows and movies, our favorite restaurants and bars, and everything in between.
We're here to give you all the tea. So sit back, listen in, and let's get to it.
Hey y'all, welcome back. We're here again for the next You season 4 recap. It's your girl Johna, and I'm here with
Tina. What's up, guys?
Hey y'all. Thanks for listening in. We're so excited to be back with another recap. I'm feeling a little bit better because we've been taking it one episode at a time, and I've been so frustrated.
Yeah.
Get to the killer.
Yeah, it's been hard. It's been hard. We wanted to watch the full thing, but we made it through kind of one episode at a time so we could talk to you guys about it. We know a lot of you have already seen it and have your opinions, and we've gotten some feedback, and I honestly don't know where it came from, but we'll talk about that later because I was a little confused too, but we'll talk about that part at the end. So we'll get into the recap of episode 4. And then, yeah.
We'll jump right in. Yeah, finally, I was so happy. I feel like we got a little bit more juicy tea this time. And like somebody who I was super suspicious of, I was like, I knew it.
You thought Kate. Well, you kind of thought Kate though, right? But
you
don't. But now you don't.
Yeah.
After episode 4? You still think it?
4 ended with her holding the knife.
I figured that was like a
ploy.
Yeah, like it wasn't really, it's not her, but that was just like a
teaser for you.
Yeah,
girl, it ended 4 ended, which we're jumping right to the end, I guess. So we're gonna make this one short. No, I'm just kidding. Right. I'm just kidding. But it ended with her holding a knife, and I was like, I knew she was the killer. So I was so happy. But
oh wait, okay. So in this episode, this is when, or right before that, this is when Phoebe was like, you need to come to my country house in Hamsey. Right, episode 4 starts off, come to my country house in Hamsey. Right there, they were still trying to figure out who the murderer was. The detectives were there. Phoebe's, obviously all up on Joe's ass, and she's like always wanting him to go everywhere because of whatever he said to her, which we still don't fucking know.
I know
what she said to him or what he said to her in that episode when he was drunk. Like, what the fuck did he say to her?
I know. I wish I knew what that conversation was.
I did too, but so Adam definitely going through some financial struggles. We see that in episode 4. He's talking to somebody and they're like, you owe the club money, so what are you gonna do? And it seems like his family has the money, but he doesn't really want to call his dad. He's just like, I'll fucking figure it out. And I don't know, it's kind of weird because it almost feels like he wants to marry Phoebe for money because he needs it, but
I was getting that vibe too.
Right. It's like he needs it, but then this motherfucker all like the golden showers from the men. So I think, he wants to be a free spirit. He doesn't really want to be married. And marrying her would mean that he's tied in, but he needs the money too. So he's in like a rock and a golden shower space.
I was like, oh, he's a mess. I definitely think he's a mess. And like this whole episode, I was kind of just like, it was also making me really suspicious of him though too, because I was just like, he got some money issues. Like maybe he's got a motive. Like I'm still like trying to figure out who it is.
Yeah,
I'm like
thinking that too.
Looking at everybody with the side eye. So that made me think that. But as we get to the end, I was kind of like, okay, maybe it's not him. But yeah, he's still weird. So like Tina said, they go to this big old country house. They're basically trying to get away and I guess relax, given all these murders are happening and someone's like on the prowl. The last episode was Eat the Rich. They're all afraid there's like this person who wants to kill rich people. And I'm just like, so you go on a vacation to like a country club? Like, who goes to celebrate?
And not even that, right. They're all so weird about murder. It's like, it's just like nonchalant to them. Like whatever, people died. Who cares? Let's go drinking, fucking do coke. So they go to like, right. So listen, Joe gets to this country house, right? That Phoebe invites him to. Jonah's outside trying to crack jokes to him. Joe's not laughing. She said, her ex came.
I need to zoom in there. My eye roll.
Gemma is so fucking hilarious to me. Like she's crazy, but this is kind of this episode's kind of about her, right? But I think it was funny because she's like, her ex comes and she's like, that fucker gave me gonorrhea. Like gonorrhea. Like not Gonorona.
I love your English accent.
I was dying. I was like, oh my God, it was so funny to me. But she was just kind of talking shit to Joe, and then she's like, you could really get like a better like humor or whatever. And Joe's like, you're not even funny, but whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's like the person who's kind of like on Joe's ass, I would say, because she keeps giving subtle hints of like, are you the killer? Like, just say it, whatever.
She was on him.
But yeah, so anyways, they make it to this house. We know Adam has some financial issues, so he looks kind of suspect.
Yeah.
Gemma's all up in the mix of like, is Joe the murderer type of person?
I had one part that I just thought this scene was hella funny, and it kind of made me like look at Phoebe kind of interesting too. So once they get to the house, like one of the first scenes, Joe gets this like little note under his door, right? They're all getting settled and like going to their rooms. And he gets a little note that's like, meet me in the library. I forget where they said to meet or whatever. But he walks in and he's thinking it's the stalker, right? Remember, someone's been texting him. And in the last episode, the stalker or whatever kind of made it hint that like they finally want to meet Joe and like, let's link up or whatever. So Joe thinks he's going to meet the killer, and it's Phoebe. He goes into the library area and she's in there with like little candle dildos and like all these sex toys and stuff.
It was like a penis candle lit, and he was like, what?
I was like, what the heck? That was just like super funny to me, because she's still coming for him and she likes Joe so much. And I just like,
she was trying to seduce him to like have sex with him, but he told her like, look, you're spoken for, so you're just going through some trouble. And she was kind of was venting to him that Adam was like, she feels like his full heart isn't in it. And in Joe's mind, he said something like, yeah, because he likes piss play, but whatever. Like he's like saying it in his head, like, yeah, he is, because he likes to get peed on, whatever.
Yeah.
She doesn't know, obviously, at that time, but he's, trying to help her out, saying like, no, he loves you, and it's hard, to get married. I was married once, whatever. He tells her that part. So they have like a moment there, and then she realizes, okay, I love Adam, so never mind, like just forget this even happened. So they didn't have sex.
Yeah. I was so proud of Joe.
Got out of that.
I was like, he's such a good guy. I cannot.
He's trying.
Then it goes back to them outside, like they're still having fun at this big old castle mansion, whatever. And it goes back to Gemma. As Tina said earlier, this whole episode, I think, is like about Gemma, which was spot on. And she outside is like making fun of the workers and like, come here, come be my human hoop. And like just degrading these poor workers, like, because, they're just so rich and they just think they have all the power and they can treat anybody like anything, which don't even get me started on that rabbit hole, because it's like, I think this whole season,
like harasses the servants, right? Like she like spanks their butt and like calls them names, and apparently she had her drivers run over the servants like just for fun. Like she's kind of an asshole.
She's beautiful.
Yeah,
I was just like,
she's funny, but she's an asshole.
I cannot. So
very entitled.
Yeah, I did not like Gemma this episode. I was just like, okay, we're slowly getting to know like each character a little bit more thoroughly, I feel like, every episode. And I was just like, Gemma is a mess.
Yeah.
So then it kind of goes to another scene. Everybody's still like at the house and partying, kind of mingling. Adam like confides in Joe as well. So I thought that was funny. This episode, like Phoebe was coming at Joe like, oh, what's wrong? He's like moving slow. He hasn't proposed yet. No one wants me. And Adam's telling Joe, like, I want to propose to her, but like, I'm scared. Like Tina was saying earlier, I don't know, like if the family is a good fit for me. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. They're both like really trying to figure out their relationship. And the only reason I call that out is because I wonder, like, in the future, like what we're going to learn more about them, because we'll get to 5 and the rest of the episodes here soon. But I just was like, I feel like there's still so much for us to know about people. So that was interesting to me. They're both still like trying to figure out their little love mess. And yeah, that was kind of crazy. I think Kate is also, we know the last episode, her and Joe got closer, right? He was following her around, trying to protect her from this killer. They ended up getting together and hooking up in the secret garden in the last episode. In this episode, I felt like there was still a lot of tension. Like Kate's like, we're not going to be having no fun on the bed. It looks like a good bed to mess around
shag on. She said shag. But there won't be any of that. So,
but then she's like, fix my necklace.
Yeah.
He fixed my necklace. Like,
yeah.
And you want him.
Yeah. And then of course.
Yes. Lord, it was so messy. And then there's creepy Rolled.
I think he's so fine. I'm sorry. I think he's fine. That man is fine. I like his eyes.
When you text me that, I was like,
He's cute. You guys think he's cute? I think he's cute. He's fine to me. Sorry.
Please let us know. Is
he's
Roll cute?
Yeah, I'd shag him. I would shag Roll because he is fine. If I was in that house with him, we'd be in that room.
Yes. Is Roll smash or pass?
He smashed. He smashed.
I need to know this. He keeps hitting on Kate the whole episode. And it was kind of funny. Also, they hinted like he's a photographer. He has rich parents. He's basically like a bum to me. Like, ain't really doing nothing, just another snobby rich guy. But Joe's been snooping around trying to still figure out who this killer is, right? And I thought it was funny. He looked through Roll's camera and he found a bunch of pictures of Kate.
Yeah.
Looking under her skirt.
I think Roll is like protective of Kate. Like he's known her since they were 15 or something, right? Yeah. Like he's known her for a long time and he wants, like he probably does, I'm sure he wants to be with her. Like they're in the same, like, you know, they have the same family dynamic kind of going on and it's probably comfortable for him. Yeah. So I mean, I could see why he would. Yeah. But having pictures of her like under her skirt, that's a little pervish. Like, I don't know why he had to do all that.
What do they call that? A peeping Tom or something?
I don't know, but why do you do that? And like, how did she not notice? Because she fucking notices everything. So it trips me out that she didn't even know somebody was up under her skirt.
Or does she know? Are they close to friends?
Yeah.
Maybe they be. I don't know.
It's like they're cool, but she also kind of talks to him crazy. Like
she does.
Like she does. But it's like they're cool. Like she has a lot of love for him. Right. But she does talk to him crazy. So it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah. I can't figure it out.
I know.
Like, do they have a little thing? Do they like each other? What? She did. I remember like one of the next scenes they were eating lunch or something and he was like, let's hang out. And she was like, I'm busy. Sorry. And that hurt his feelings so bad. Mm-hmm. Joe saw that like little interaction too. So I think Rode was super embarrassed. So he's like, oh, Joe, let's go hunting. And that's like, I think like the next main big scene. Yeah. He takes Joe out hunting. And that was kind of crazy. Like, I felt like he was just tempting Joe and like taunting Joe and testing him, like asking him all these questions about him. Like, do you think he thought Joe was the killer or do you think Rold was giving you killer vibes?
No, I actually think Rold was trying to let him know, like, look, I'm looking out for Kate.
Yeah.
So she's been with some people that were not on her level, like Malcolm, right? He's saying like she doesn't have good taste. Yeah. Like, you know, so I try to look out for her and, you know, make sure that she's dating the right people. So he was kind of like giving Big Brother vibes, like, look, I'll kill you if you hurt her, type of shit.
That is very true.
And that's what I think.
And I think I was just thinking, because he was like, Malcolm was a trash boyfriend. Simon was like a trash artist. All these people just use her. I was thinking like, oh my God, did he kill them because he wants her and he's obsessed? Mm-hmm. I wasn't thinking Big Brother, but that does make more sense. I think maybe he was like on just like Big Brother vibes, huh?
That's what I was feeling.
Yeah,
I was feeling that at the time.
That's a good call. That's I think a really good.
Because he knows he can't have her. So what's the next best thing? Big bro. Bestie. That's my big bro right there. That's what all the girls say. That's my bro. That ain't your bro. That ain't your bro. Okay.
If she calls you bro,
yeah,
she don't want you.
Exactly. So he was giving those vibes, I think.
Mm-hmm. That is funny. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Actually, that sounds exactly right. Okay, so then it flashes. They have this whole like little hunting scene, and basically he pulled a gun though on Joe, or maybe he was playing around, but he like pulled a gun out.
It looked like he was gonna shoot him, like low key.
I was like, did he kill all these people and now he's killing Joe because he sees that Kate likes him?
He said, luckily, like he was talking to Joe about something, and he was standing behind Joe with his gun, and he's like, luckily, you know, all the people she dates end up dead, and it looked like he was really about to shoot him, but then Kate came out of nowhere and shot something like a bird or something in the sky, and then she was like, you know what, Joe, Jonathan, we'll catch up with you, so that she could just talk to him, because obviously, you know, Road was feeling some type of way.
And I was just like, oh my God.
And that's where we learned a little bit about Kate, right? On their conversation back to the house, Road was like, you're not even acting the way that you should be acting. Like you're acting like you don't belong, but you do belong. Like you are something more, which we learned later. We didn't really know what was going on, but like, you know, he's basically telling her like, Like, bitch,
are you settling for all
yeah,
this?
why are you settling for? Yeah, like you can have so much more. You belong with your equal.
Yeah, and you're one of us. And I think she was like, I am not anything like you.
Yeah,
like she despises. I felt like,
which we still didn't understand what that meant at the time. But she's like,
yep,
no. But you know, with him, it was like, you're my equal. I'm your equal. We should be together.
Yeah.
But which kind of confused me because I was like, what are we talking about here?
Right.
Because Kate seemed like she's the one who doesn't have the type of money that everybody else had. So we didn't really know
exactly
what her background fully was
at this point. Yeah. Then it gets
interesting.
It was interesting as hell. And it gets right to this tea that Tina is talking about, the dinner party. So really quickly before that, Joe and Kate do smash, which I thought was hot. I was like, yes, I'm here for it. Remember before they went to dinner, she was like, help me put my dress on. And they had a quick little fling. Yeah. Which I was like, I love them together. I low-key do think like Joe and Kate are just so cute, which I'll elaborate more when we get into episode 5 because they just are so cute to me. But yeah, so they get ready for dinner. They have a quick little pre-dinner appetizer of each other. That's right. And then they get to dinner. I thought this was super weird. Like the first thing, Phoebe, she's hella goofy. She walks out and then she comes back in and they're like, oh my God, guys, guess what? Phoebe's dead. And I was just like, how fucking insensitive. 2 of your friends just died and now you guys want to play fake death? Yeah, they want to figure out who are she basically is hanging on what the servant's arms. Are like, everybody, Phoebe's been murdered. Please follow us to the library room so we can figure out who our murderer is. And she's like talking. She's like, not the library room, the something room. And then she fixed it again. And then everybody's like, but they thought it was funny. Joe was like, are you serious? But they all thought it was funny. It's like they literally all lack empathy. Like they just don't have it. It's not in them. So now they're figuring out, now they're playing a game of like who killed Phoebe. Yes, exactly. I just was like, I cannot even deal. I was like, oh my gosh. And so when they walked in and did this game, right? This is when Joe, actually at the dinner table, I'm sorry, it's when Rold said, have you not told Joe yet? Like you're hiding from him who you are. Like, and the whole table kind of knew. Like Gemma, everybody was like, how come you didn't tell him who he is? Why are you hiding it? He's a nobody. Like, and they kind of just tried to embarrass Kate to like say who she was. And then as this game was going on with Phoebe, you know, Kate goes into a different, she goes into the hallway to like take a breather. Joe follows her and then they talk. And then that's when we learn about Kate and like her family, and her dad was not a good guy. Yes. Oh, that made me love her even more. Cause I was just like, we didn't really know. Remember, and I'm gonna take back what I said in the last couple episodes. Because I was like, Kate is so mean. She just keeps being mean to Joe. And I think she's suspicious. Like, why does she have this bad attitude? But she broke it down, like how much she hated her dad and how he was a bad business guy. And I was just like, okay, Kate, you have a heart. I forgive you. And that's her dad's favorite daughter. Like he's been trying to win her heart for years, but they haven't been talking for a long time, it sounded like. But her dad did something. I can't remember. I don't know if you wrote it, but I know her dad. Did you? I don't know. Oh, her dad basically. I wrote some notes. If we ever look down, that's what I'm looking at. It's the notes of what we saw. I think all that I wrote down was like he was a bad business guy. Basically, all he cared about was money. He basically put something in the water that gave kids like cancer, like a lot of kids, but they got like millions of dollars from it, and that's all he cared about. They faked water testing results. Yeah. So these children died basically, and she just never wanted to associate with her dad, but her dad didn't care. He just wanted to make the money from it. And like most of these people, they don't care the cost of their decisions or their businesses. Who it hurts, who it kills, whatever. Like it was not that big of a deal. So for Kate, it was though. That's why she decided like, I'm not even going to be associated with him anymore. Yeah. So she told Joe and she confided in him about that. And he sort of, he empathized with her and said, I know what it feels like to not want to be a part of your past, but not be able to get away from it. Yeah. So he related to her there and she was like, you know what? I believe you. And that's when she started to, I think, get some trust for Joe. Like, I think they like had a really good bonding moment. Yeah. She's definitely started to bond with him. Yeah. He's still in his head, like, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. But she's starting to like seem like she's falling for him now. Which was not the case in all the other episodes. So exactly. I didn't think she really liked him. I was just like,
yeah, she was kind of like, fuck you, whatever. But now she does. Now, like in that moment, I was like, the minute she said, I believe you, I was like, oh shit, that means she liked you.
They falling for each other. I know. Yeah. But I'm here for it. Do you like them together? Do you think they're cute?
No, I don't want Joe with anybody.
Why?
No, because he's too crazy. He can't.
He needs love.
He cannot.
Somebody who could be like, I got you. Let me help you. Let's calm you down. Well, it might be Kate. Someone could help him and he could be good.
You know what? It could be Kate because Kate is a little cuckoo. I don't know. We'll see.
Exactly.
She's a little out there.
Right. I think she's a little crazy too.
Not like Love.
Exactly.
She's not like Love, like I'm going to kill people when I'm angry, but she's...
Or is she?
Mysterious and dark. I don't know.
Scorpio is fun.
Yeah.
She's such a Scorpio to me.
Very.
Yes. And it basically ends, they have that whole little bonding moment. It like flashes to another scene where Phoebe sees Adam with his little like golden shower boy, which is, they didn't really dig into that in this episode, but it'll make sense in the next one because they like have a whole episode together. Now that she knows he has a little boy that he's vibing with, she kind of peeped that out, which I was just like, oh my God, it's about to get kind of crazy.
Yeah, she saw the golden shower. Well, she didn't see that part, but she saw that he was like getting touchy-feely with a dude.
Right, exactly. Which I was just like, damn, because he was just telling Joe he wants to propose to her, and she was telling Joe like she wants Adam to move faster, and I'm like, maybe they'll be cute and like work out, but no, like sounds like a whole mess. And then it basically ends. Joe is like still trying to figure out what's going on and who's like. I think because Roald took him out and did that whole hunting, like him acting like he was hunting with him and pulling the gun on him and just being really weird during that hunting scene. He comes back and now he's really searching like through and snooping through Roald's stuff, and Roald finds him in the room snooping around, and they basically have like a whole little argument, and he pushes Joe out the window, which I thought that was crazy. I was like, he could have killed him, or like
he didn't care.
He knew he was hurting him. I was just like, that made me think of Roald. This whole episode, I was like really suspicious of Roald. I was like, Roald could be the killer. Like he could really be wanting Kate, and he's obsessing over her. Got rid of Malcolm, got rid of Simon because Simon was a trash artist who like treated Kate bad.
I low-key thought that it could have been him too.
In this episode?
Yeah.
I got really suspicious of Roald.
I was like, why is he so like on all this shit, like trying to almost kill him with the hunting, pushes him out the window. But Joe low-key said like he must have known I wouldn't die from this fall. He just knew I would get hurt.
Yeah, just messing with me.
Yeah, just messing with him. Yeah,
maybe.
Because Roald did say like it's funny because every year someone always gets hurt, like every time they go there, I guess. Yeah. Maybe I don't know, but
yeah.
That kind of made me feel like, okay, what else has happened there? But interesting.
Does this whole little crew got some little secrets, right? Like that didn't make me. I didn't.
But think about that. They all are very weird about death and like hurting people. Like it just seems like it's normal. It really just seems like it's a normal thing. Like
I don't want to be friends with these people.
Right. Like I wouldn't either. Like it's weird.
They hella weird.
I know. Also, when Joe walked into Roald's room and he was snooping, there was a box. By the way, like I don't know if that's going to be relevant later, but he wanted to like open. He's like, there's a box here, like what's in this box, and he was going to try to open it. And that's when Roald came in. So I don't know if that's going to be relevant later, but I know like at the moment, like he was concerned about that box because he's like, it wasn't here before, it's locked.
Yeah,
like what is it?
That's such a good point. I totally didn't even think about that box. What was in it?
I know. There's some things that we just have not have any follow-up with is whatever Joe said to Phoebe and then what's in that box. Like we don't know. And they could be irrelevant, but they could have some relevance in later episodes.
I definitely
that dropped this week. So
we need to keep all the clues notated because we're gonna come back and watch these and be like, were we right? Did we guess people right? Like I love having these like recaps so we can look back and see like if what we were thinking was spot on. So last thing, like we said, Joe's out the window. He's freaking getting up and he hears a scream. And this is how they basically ended this episode. He runs up and he, of course, has kind of had a fling for Kate. That's who he's worried about. He's like, where is Kate? Oh my God. He thinks now the killer struck again. He heard a scream. He runs up to go check on Kate.
Bitch.
all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say.
What the fuck? Like, hell nah.
He walked in the room and Kate is holding a knife. This is what we were talking about when we first started. That's why I was like, this could be a short episode because that's all that matters. We walk in, Joe walks in, and Kate's holding a knife over Gemma. Gemma's dead. That's how they ended it.
And Joe is looking at her like he thinks she's actually the killer now at this point because
so did I.
She's holding the knife. She's like kneeled down on the floor. Gemma's throat is slit and she's holding the knife. So it's like
I literally jumped up off my couch. I was like, I knew it was Kate. I thought it was Kate at this point. I'm mad because this week we have watched 4 and 5 because season 4 part 2 is dropping this week. So we got to like hurry up and catch these up. So we're gonna do 5 tonight as well. So FYI for y'all. But at this point, when I watched 4, I literally jumped up off my couch and I was like, I knew it was Kate.
I was like shocked that Gemma was dead, but honestly, I didn't think it was Kate. I low-key thought it was Joe. Because you know why? I'll tell you what, because she keeps talking shit to Joe about him being the killer and all this stuff. So I was like, did Joe just decide like to just kill her because she's way too suspicious about shit and she keeps making slick comments like since the jump? So I kind of low-key thought like, okay, did Joe do that? But then I was like, maybe not. I don't know. I was lost. I still didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until the next episode to say what I want to say.
I know we kind of know a little bit more, so we're holding it in. See, this is why like we had to do 1 episode at a time and only watch 1 because we have seen 5. So we're trying to like not say
this
too much.
whole episode. Wait, hold on. Was it this episode or last episode when they were doing like all the drugs and drinking? And stuff?
This one they were turning up.
They were turning
up 4 and 5, and I was just like, what? Yeah,
it's like they just got together at this place just to fucking get drunk and do drugs.
I couldn't even. You're like fast, aren't you guys? Right, all sad?
Like nothing. There was no sad moment.
Maybe they weren't sad. Maybe they were celebrating.
That's true.
They're all morbid to me.
They are. It is very weird. Like the dynamic between all of them is just like, it's like they're not even friends. It's like they're just existing for company. Misery loves company, and they're just a bunch of miserable people that are together.
You said it perfect.
Like it's like a group of miserable people that are together, just like doing drugs and
connected by wealth.
Yeah, and connected by wealth, right?
Very interesting. I wonder if maybe rich people feel like that, like, oh, we all got money, but we don't really care about each other, or we don't really have any connection. Like, this is our connection. That's sad, right?
That would be sad. It's very possible, though.
Classism. I think this whole season was about classism.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. The rich.
Because also Adam, with this whole, like, oh, shit, let me not say that. This ain't the episode. I'm sorry.
We won't get there.
We gotta get to the next episode. We gotta get to the next episode.
Yes, we're so excited. We're so excited. Let's get there.
Yeah, I can't.
It's okay. Right. We wrapping up. Okay, we're gonna see y'all. Watch the next episode, okay? Or listen. Sorry, I forget because we do video and YouTube as well. So if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any podcast platform, watch us on YouTube too. And we're gonna wrap this one up, okay, y'all? So we can jump into 5 because we're so excited. And yeah, the season part 1 was really good though. I was super impressed. I was good. So happy so far. So
yeah, I agree.
5 gets even juicier though. They threw a curveball.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, I was like, okay. So
all right,
cheers. We didn't cheers at the beginning.
Oh, damn.
It's okay. I got you. Hey,
remember.
I know. You're a cheers. You're a cheers girl.
I am a cheers girl. I don't know what the fuck. You know what? This is my second one, and I kind of felt it. This one has like 8%. Usually, what I'm drinking is like 5%. I guess this one has 8, and I was like feeling it after the first one. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm kind of faded right now.
Oh my God.
If you watch our videos and you like look at me, which like don't stare at me, but if you do look at me, I literally like you can tell I'm faded because I'll just be staring. I'll just be like I'll just be staring at Johna talking and it'll look like I have a blank face because I do have a blank face because I'm not thinking about shit. Like, I'm trying, but I'm not thinking about a damn thing. I'm like, damn, I'm faded.
No, you're not.
Let me just listen to her talk because I'm like,
one drink. You haven't even drank two.
No, but like in our other episodes, like I'm saying, I do sometimes have like a blank stare, and it's because I'd be feeling like faded a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling my drink. All right. Like,
tell us.
Johna talk. I do that.
Do we look? Does Tina look twisted, or does she? She looks great. I watched all of them back because I like to watch us, and you look fine.
Yeah, if I can't tell. Blank face, that's what I'm doing. I'm staring into abyss because I got faded too fast. Because she drinks faster than me, and I like try to catch up. And so I'm like, oh, let me catch up with her so I can be on her wave. But like my wave is like I get drunk faster and she doesn't.
I have a higher
and then
tolerance.
I'm like, oh, I can't think no more. But yeah, all right, you guys.
I'm here for it. This is the best part. They gotta know us and love us.
Yeah.
And hopefully have a drink with us, or just drink water, whatever.
Or just drink water.
I mean, everybody don't drink.
Put your lemon in your water, though. Because I put lemon in my water.
Yes, you have to have lemon. I can't drink water without lemon.
Ice water with lemon or some kind of fruit. I think that's good. Yeah, that's like a bomb. It's hydrating.
I love it so much. Okay. Well, as you guys can tell, we're gonna go. We got to get to episode 5. And
yep, and we're doing them the same day. So she kind of mentioned that earlier. So we wanted to get them both done.
Yes, part 2 is dropping soon, and we're so excited. I heard it's so good. So catch us on the next episode. Season 4, episode 5. We're gonna drop both of these so you can listen to them both and get our thoughts on how they wrapped this part 1 up. Please let us know what you guys think. Who did you guys think the killer is by the end of part 1? Were our guesses off or on? I was most of the time thinking Kate. Kate was super suspicious to me. At the end of this one, I still was thinking Kate because she ended it with a knife over Gemma. I was like, oh my God. You were thinking Reese, I think, and Nadia. Do you still think Nadia? Nadia was not in
in this, but that doesn't mean she's not gonna be in next. So
you still got your eye on her?
I'm gonna still keep Nadia in the back pocket.
Mm-hmm. And she thought Reese, which episode 5, we won't get there because Reese.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We got a little more tea on Reese in 5, so we will be there soon. Let us know what you guys are thinking, who you guys think the killer is, and we'll see you on the next video.
All right, you guys. Deuces.